What's up, YouTube family and Browns fans everywhere? This is Cleveland Football, and I'm your host, Terrence Hudson. I want to first say that I'm not someone who's big on conspiracy theories, especially in sports. I'm not big on blaming the refs and going after the refs. But yesterday in Oakland, we was robbed. Yes, the Browns was robbed. I'm calling it in. A 2-11. We got robbed. But we didn't help ourselves either, and I'll get into that. But I want to jump right into it, the obvious. And you know, some people, if you can't just look at one or two plays and say, if this would have happened or that would have happened. But we had some calls go against us at crucial moments of the game when the game hung in the balance. All right. First, looking at the strip. So in the fourth quarter, as soon as he got hit, the ball popped out, and then they blew the whistle and say he was in the grabs. I looked at it. The referees, they were not paying attention. Because if they was paying attention, you would have saw the ball just flopped out. But, he called them down. We would have ran that in. We'd have been, it would have been over. It would have been over. So we had that happen. All right. And then you come back, fourth quarter, a lot happened in between then, but fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes to go. 4th and 1 or 2, and it looks like clearly that we get the first down. The referees down on the field, they call it first down. Oh, let's go. It's time to kneel down. It's game over. We hop back on the plane. We back in Cleveland. But no, they get a phone call from New York City, and it's like, and spot changes or to change a spot, it takes a lot to change a spot. Those, even when a coach challenges a spot, those are hard to win. They're not often won. And if to have somebody call down and say, "No, let's take a look at this," like it wasn't close enough to even take a look at, I don't think. And then to have somebody say, I imagine it like this, because it seemed very fishy to me. I imagine it like this. Referees, they got it. They call it first down. It's time to go. All right. And then, boop, we get this call. Hey, we need to take an extra look at this. They look. Hey, you know what? Because what could they say? What other angle could they look from to see? Because his shin didn't look down. His knee didn't touch down. His butt didn't touch down. When his elbow touched down, it looked like the ball was already over. So what other angle did they have to say, we without a shadow of a doubt, he was behind the line of the game? You get the call. I imagine somebody from New York hopped on the phone and said, "You know what? Put it back. Let's keep this thing going." They wanted to keep the game going because they know it was over. It was over. The Raiders, they would have been 0-4. John Gruden's return, they 0-4. How does that look? They would have been done. They would have been done in their division. But they said, "No, let's keep this game going." So they kept the game going. And granted, we let them, stay around when we should have just smashed them. It shouldn't even came down to it. But still, you still can't just, you still just not take that into consideration. That was a horrible call. 2 horrible calls. And I know they said, well, what about when? Hold on. This. Yeah, so I know they say, "Oh, what about the play when Marshawn Lynch broke through and he wasn't down?" Okay, even if it was a bad call on it just still was a bad call. And then what's his name, the commentator Kenny Albert had nervous toward the end of the game. This was a fine officiated game. Man, I wanted to jump through the TV screen and say, "Are you for real?" But you know what? I got to move on from that. So, again, I said we didn't help ourselves. We had the turnovers, 4 turnovers. We had the pick 6 earlier in the game. And I looked at that as, first I thought that Callaway might have slipped or something happened. A rookie throwing to a rookie, I just think it was a bad throw. It looked like he was coming out to break and he kind of led him toward the outside, but Callaway didn't break it that way. it looked like he tried to dive and lean, to get it, and it just didn't go well. What else? We had the fumble. We up by 14. We backed up, and then we drop back the pass. Guy get pushed. The pocket starts collapsing. Yeah, Baker, he has to have more pocket awareness than that. Strong in the pocket, protecting the football. He got the ball slapped out. That was another one. And then the under the snap, the fumble snap. How do you fumble a snap? And they said, oh, well, he used to shotgun and college. Man, he's been playing football all his life. You've been practicing snaps all week. You get the snap. So I really don't know what happened there, if he was ready or if he wasn't ready, if the center snapped it before he was ready. I just don't know. But we can't have those type of mistakes, and we let them hang around. And then the pick at the end of the fourth quarter on that last drive before overtime, where Baker went for the gusto. Yeah, I would have liked to seen something underneath, but he went for it. He took a shot, and Nelson is back there. He was back there. He picked the ball off. He's a pro too. He's a player too. He's been around a while. So we had some unfortunate mistakes, and mistakes that some of these things that could have been prevented. We have to get better at that. Have to protect the football. And you turn it over that many times, you will lose to a team that you should have beat. A team that you should beat handily. You will lose. Baker's performance, I thought he played well at times, and then we had the turnovers. And he is a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. But I think with more time, more reps, just more experience, he'll continue to get better. I'm not ready to do anything crazy. On the defensive side of the ball, I thought our tackling could have been better. Beast Mode, he's a hard guy to bring down, and yeah, you gotta hit him, you gotta bring him down. It was a lot of he broke a lot of tackles. He was running through some guys. Our coverage, they was going after Carey. They was. And they was making plays. They got some guys too. And if you give them time, they was getting open. That dude Jared Cook was cooking. He was cooking us. He was getting loose. Amari Cooper, Cooper's a ball player. And if you get Carr time, he'll hit some. So it just didn't look like our defense had that hitting intensity as we had in the first couple games. But they made some plays. They got some turnovers. I thought they played well enough for us to win. You score 42 points. You expect to win, but we gave up some. And then, you turn it over. That's giving them more opportunities at more possessions, and more time, more opportunities to make plays. So, this was a tough one. For me, because this is one we should have got. Shouldn't have came down to it. Shouldn't have came down to overtime. They should have been buried and put away. And then, we had those calls, but, I don't want to be, complaining and putting it all on the referees, because we got to handle business too. But then with some horrible, two horrible calls. And I'm waiting to hear what the league says, if they say anything, because, Mondays you get those like, oh, this should have been, this was really this, or this was really a fumble, or whatever. But I don't know if we'll hear anything. Coming up, we got Baltimore coming to town. So they top in the division right now, and all of our goals are still intact. You win a division, you got a chance, and we're still in it. We're still in the thick of it. We're tied right now. I don't know if you call it tied for third or tied for fourth, or tied with Pittsburgh right now. But we saw what the Ravens, manhandled the Steelers last night. So, and now they coming to Cleveland. Can they do us like that? No, I don't think so. I think, we should, come out with some intensity, come out with some fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. It's going to be a tough game, close game. They're going to be coming at us. They're going to be hitting. So we're going to have to hit too. We're going to have to run tough. Looking at, was it Nick Chubb, 3 for 105? Had some wiggle in the hole, and then breaking loose. They wasn't catching him. And you look at it and you think like, whoa, but he got some speed. He got some speed. They wasn't catching him from behind, and he got some shakes to him. So I'm excited about that. Hyde ran tough. You know, he's a tough runner. He catches it out the backfield. We have to make it no doubts next week. You know, if we need a yard, let's get 2. We don't want to leave nothing. We can't leave nothing up to chance anymore. Leave nothing in the hands of the officials. So we have to be sure. Let's make the plays. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's force, you know, Baltimore to some turnovers. You know, let's make them turn it over. Let's hit them. You know, let's stuff their running game. But again, we still have something to play for. We're right in the middle of it all. We see Baltimore twice. We see Cincinnati twice. And then we'll see Pittsburgh one more time. And these are all division games. You win, you're in. So you win that division. The North is still up for grabs. And it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. It's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end. So let's keep fighting. Let's keep getting better. We can't take no games off, no practices off, no plays off. We have to continue to work, continue to grind. So let's get back on the winning track. Beat the teams we supposed to beat. Beat some teams that we think we not supposed to beat. So let's get it. Let's get back on it. So if you like, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe.